I'm Alan Kenny, Editorial Director with REIT.com, and we're in San Francisco for REITWorld 2013. Joining me is Philip Charls, CEO of EPRA. So Philip, we do these pretty frequently. It seems like for the past few years it's always been turbulence in Europe. That's been the big story. Is it safe to say that things have really turned a corner there?
I think the last 18 months we've seen a steady inflow of money starting in the UK, particularly London, then crossing the channel into Continental Europe, Paris, Germany, Switzerland, the Nordics in particular. And looking back, I think the last 12 months, that has resulted in a total return, the EPRA FTSE Europe index of 14.3%, compared it to the US, returned 5%, global 8%, so I think that's quite a good number. And then year to date, we're sitting at 11.3%. Total return versus US 3 and global 4.6. So yes, I think it's fair to say that the global investment community has rediscovered Europe, and in that sense, yes, we've turned the corner.
Looking ahead then to 2014, what do you see as being the big stories in the listed real estate space?
I trust it will be further expansion. I mean, looking at what happened this year, we have seen over the summer the introduction of the first Irish REIT, which was, according to the pundits, about a year ahead of plan, so that's good news. If I listen to the markets, it's very likely that more will follow in Ireland. And then, of course, the big game remains Germany. Looking back over the last 24 months since we really started our offensive, our activities in Germany, the German market share in the EPRA Europe index has grown by about 80%. So that's a solid improvement. Are we there yet? No. There's still more to come in order to have Germany pushing at the right level. We work very closely, and we continue to do so with our members and with the German Real Estate Association, GIA. And I'm confident that going on, plowing on, it's a steady process. We will continue to see further impressive growth in Germany.
Pick up on that thread. What are your other big objectives for EPRA in 2014?
For us, this year has been a massive step forward. I think the biggest ever in the history of our organization. We've set up offices in London and in Asia. Why do we do it? Because investor outreach is obviously one of our core activities, and both are areas where we see huge potential. Start with the UK. UK is traditionally a very solid and big pension fund market in Europe, and they are in the process of moving from defined benefits to defined contributions. And as you know, the big example is the US, is Australia, that is a huge opportunity to grow the listed market. So we want to be in front seat row. The second market, Asia, is actually the same story, slightly different. We've set up an office in Hong Kong over the summer. We're focusing on Taiwan, Korea, Singapore, Hong Kong, Japan, and obviously China. And particularly in the next 12 months, we will focus on China, and particularly the insurance market. The insurance commissioner has allowed insurance company end of last year to invest in real estate, and at the same time, a couple of months later, he allowed insurance companies to invest overseas. So it's a huge market. You talk about 1.2, 1.3 trillion US assets under management. It's the sixth largest insurance market in the world. It's steadily growing since the last 12 years, 20%. So it's obviously that I think there's a lot of potential for our members to play a role in that market, and that's why we want to be front seat row in Asia.
All right, well, thank you so much for the update, Philip.
Thank you.
And for more on this and other REIT news and analysis, be sure to check out REIT.com.